Welcome everyone to an awesome game between Cathay and Kislev. The only problem is I sadly haven't found out who sent me this replay. I've looked long and hard through the Discord and I can't find it. So I do apologise to whoever sent me this game. It was an absolutely amazing one, so thank you for doing so. If it was you, do send it down below in the comments. So we have armoured Corsairs here in the front. Some with great weapons, some without. So a good wide armoured front line backed up by just regular Corsairs. So no spears here today, but the bad boys do have good 140 range and they can whittle down the lightly armoured units of Cathay. Snow Leopard in the trees for the anti-large armor piercing with frostbite, and in the back we are going to have a Patriarch on horseback. So it looks like horseback seems to be the normal pick here for the Patriarch. I quite like him on a polar bear, but that's because I'm bear for the bear gods. But we are going to have the Brazier as well as the Ararai. We are going to have the Battle Hymn and the Lullaby. Over here on the right, we are going to have one light war sled. We should have two on the battlefield, but the bad boys here, of course, 70 armor, good mobility, anti-infantry armor piercing, and 120 ammunition here for the boys in 4. So yeah, we go, one on the left as well. So for the forces of Cathay, I have a feeling this might be Grombrindle. This is a very Grombrindle style of play, but we are going to have 4 Celestial Dragon Guard in the front, the elite of the elite men coming forward here with the anti-large armor piercing, as well as charge reflection, and then the expert charge defense. These bad boys are going to hold like the true champions of old, backed up by peasant long spearmen here at the back. This is a very good dwarven kind of build. We are going to have a grand cannon with a double silver chevron with an astromancer in the middle. So the boy here on horseback looking absolutely gangster indeed. Love to see it. We are going to have the cloak of Pomi, as well as the silk robe, the rolling skies with the thunderbolt, and the comet of Cassandora. So I'm going to have a little bit of spell resistance as well. But yes, for the main pocket line, we are going to have Celestial Dragon Guard. So 4 units of the bad boys here with bucket loads of armor piercing. They're very, very strong indeed. They're actually going to get a buff here, I believe, thanks to having, yes, they are going to have the synergy in the middle of the harmony. In the sky, we are going to have the Lord Magistrate. He's going to be leading with those snipers up in the nest. He's going to be 120 armor piercing and 275 radius here with, that's going to be it. He's just going to be naked in the sky, shooting and scooting pretty much. Because Kislev pretty much can't do anything about this. Lord Magistrate only has, of course, 30 armor. So the Cossars can bring him down here in mass archer fire. But he could just, pittle away a little bit and ignore it. In the backside here, we are going to have some dervishes, just like 2 units. And that seems to be it here for the majority. Maybe some, yeah, got 2 more in the back here as well. So a little bit of a vanguard deployment. Trying to get a good surround here on this build. Now, Peasant Long Spearmen will do really well here up against dervishes. They're very, very cost efficient, anti-large, and they come in mass numbers here. 160 models is going to do very good work indeed. So the Grand Cannon's going to be moving here a little bit, unfortunately. It wasn't quite put on its still stance, but it can fire into the front line and do some brilliant work here up against the light war sleds, and we'll just rip through the front line here of the Corsair infantry. So charging forward, we are going to have the Ice Witch here from the Kislevite forces. The Bad Lady herself with the Ice Maiden's Kiss, Heart of Winter, and the Guardian Call there for the summon. So I really do like the Snow Leopards. I think they're phenomenally good. I think they're really overrated and they're perfect up against Astromancers. They'll do fantastic damage indeed. Very, very good single entity snipers. So cannons are ready to go. They're going to be shooting and doing some good damage up against the light war sleds on the left. We have a bit of arrow fire here firing into the front. Corsairs have taken a brilliant amount of damage here. Fantastic work here from the Celestial Dragon crossbowmen. In the side, fantastic work here from the light war sleds, cycling through the flanks of the Celestial Dragon crossbowmen, really compromising them quite nicely. Horsemen are pushing through every single crevice they can find their way in, and look at the rear charge on the Celestial Dragon Guard. They draw out their swords, and they're going to go into hand-to-hand combat. Bear sleds, bear gods, and cavalry left, right, and centre here in the pocket. Also with a Heart of Winter. That's going to be overcast to get extra damage per tick. So it's 8 seconds, and it upgrades with a bigger slow every single time. So it's going to do lovely work in the middle up against the Astromancer, Peasant Long Spearmen, and also the Celestial Dragon Guard. So they're going to be fighting in the front up against the armoured Corsairs. The great weapons here will do some really nice work up against the Dragon Guard, but they do have 52 melee defense when they get the Yang Harmony. So it looks like here we do run out of the spell, but we deleted the peasants, and here we have more and more pouring in for the Coffeeshite dervishes. On the side, looks like we are going to get a spell here on top of the Corsairs. It's going to be a Thunderbolt doing some pretty damn good damage there in the middle. Fantastic stuff there from the Cathay player. And also Peasant Long Spearman really trying to drag down the light war sleds. The battle him as well as Lullaby here, given the healing up against the main core of the Kislevite infantry. And on the sides here we have great weapons backed up by Cossars fighting side by side, and the Snow Leopard has got through into the pockets. In the sky, the Lord Magistrate is going to be shooting, he's going to be scooting and trying to see perhaps if he can take down the light war sleds. They would certainly be my target of choice. More cycle charging here, good work from the Dervishes. We do actually have the charge reflect for the Peasant Long Spearmen, so you've got to be careful. But something are going to be poking and stroking in the front, getting recharged here by more cavalry. And you can see by our blood going left, right and centre here in the middle. Harmony is going to be activated for a lot of the infantry. Very important for the Celestial Dragon Guard. Brings them from about 43 melee defense up to, I think, the highest of 56. In the middle, the Dervishes and the Kosovites are going to be fighting on the left-hand flank. Some of the cavalry still cycle charging. Good work here coming out the Kislevites. And the Bears here looking pretty weak. Going to be down to 1,100. The Ice Witch has moved into the middle. And this could be a Thunderbolt here. This is going to be a Thunderbolt on top of the Light War Sleds. That is going to be GG's well played here to the forces of Kislev. So I'm not sure who this legendary Grand Cathay player is, but thank you very much for sending this in. What an awesome replay indeed. 560 there for the Lord Magistrate, 290 for the Astromancer, 500, 550, 430 for the Celestial Dragon Crossbows, with 675, 880 with 380 and 630 for the Celestial Dragon Card. 66 for the Grand Cannon, with 508, 230, 41 and 700 for the Peasant Long Spearman. So 1,850 for the Ice Witch, 0 there for the Patriarch, with 715 and 1,100 for the Light War Sleds, 300, 750 and 550 for the Armoured Corsairs, with 17 for the Snow Leopard, 215 and then 380 for the Armoured Corsairs, with 550, 570, 1,160, 300 and 422 for the Cossars. The Dervishes coming in at 230, 59, 170 and 355. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this land battle. If you did, please smash that like button here on the channel. It really does help quite a bit. Feel free to leave a comment down below of your thoughts and opinions. And if you haven't already, do feel free to subscribe. Do check out that description where you can find all my other social media platforms, including that Twitter, Twitch and Discord. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you all very, very soon.